Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have an art and craft and handwork book haul. Some of these books I purchased them many years ago and some of them are brand new. And so this is kind of like a flip through the books and a bit of a review. Most of them I actually have not read cover to cover, but I still thought that this video will be beneficial to some of you that may want to look into the books and see if you would want to purchase them yourselves. I'll try to include the links where I can. I won't be able to link all the books because many of them were actually purchased secondhand. I do apologize for the poor audio in the video. I am working on fixing the issue and I hope that you can still find benefit in it. So let's get started. The first book here I have is by Ursula Bartning and it's called Play Therapy. This was given to me by a new friend that is, an older woman. She had a few children, and one of them was disabled, and they did attend Waldorf Steiner School in New South Wales many years ago, and so she had a whole stash of books and supplies that she no longer needed. This is one of the books that she gave me. It's a creative approach to play therapy for the mentally handicapped child. It's, a black and white book. It's quite old, but it has a lot of therapy play ideas. So it talks about, let's say, sand, and it just, goes into detail about what you can do, relating to sand and how the child feels and things like that. It's just a lovely book. Another book she gave me is More Magic Wool, Creating Figures and Pictures with Dyed Wool by Angelica Wolk-Gurch. I can't say the name properly. Gurch. It is just a lovely, lovely book. It goes through the wool, how it's cleaned and sorting it and dyeing it, and there's a few cute ideas here. It is so lovely, and I can't wait to start making some creations out of wool. And lastly, this is the last book she gave me. It's called The Nature Corner. There's some templates in here, but it also shows pictures of how to decorate according to the seasons, and it's just a lovely book. I'm not going to even attempt to say the authors here. So here, for example, it has like soft doll making basics. Here we go. And then it has like these lovely pictures of how to decorate seasonally. And there's some more templates here. Look at that. So beautiful. And I'm really excited, and I got already some inspiration from this book, and I can't wait to share those crafts with you in upcoming videos. And that's the back. So the next book I have here is an ex-library book that I got for like a couple of dollars back, like 10 years ago or something. And it's Aboriginal and Oceanic Decorative Arts. And it was just lovely inspiration of, different drawing techniques they have. And it goes into detail about it to show you examples of real paintings. Some of them are in color, most of them are in black and white, which is a shame, but that's what it is. And some statues there. And a lovely book to have. This is about the painter Sisley. And so it just goes into his biography, and they just have colored pictures of his paintings, which is quite lovely. The title there and the picture. And it's such a great resource. I remember only getting these for a couple of dollars. If I had found more artists, I would have purchased more, but this is what there was. So think how lovely that is. Nice, impressionistic, I think. Look how beautiful. So that's Sisley. Yeah. This little book here is called Too Cute Crochet, and it was part of a crocheting pack that I gave to my teenager. I've never crocheted before. I just started learning, and so these would be really cute. How cute would that be to make these little, you know, toys and figurines. It's just quite lovely. So I'm not sure if you can buy this separately, but in case you can, it's a really cute book to check out. Now here we got the Teaching Through Stories. This is a brand new book to me, and it's by Elizabeth Seward, and you must have heard about this book. It's very popular in Waldorf Steiner education, and I purchased it from the Book Depository. And there's my there's my receipt there. So it was 27 AU, so 27 Australian dollars, and it was free shipping. It took about 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks, to arrive. I thought there would be more pictures in it, so I was actually slightly disappointed. There's a lot of writing, and there are some few pictures, but not much. I think towards the end it goes into the actual patterns and the templates. There we go. Had I known that it had so little pictures in it, I may not have gotten it, to be honest with you. I'm sure it's still very useful. I have only read 1 or 2 pages. I just was shocked that there wasn't more pictures and more templates. But yeah, it's still, I'm sure, a very beneficial book. Moving on to this beautiful book that I purchased from Book Depository as well. I can't remember how much it was, but I'm going to say like around $25. And it's about how to use and make natural dyes. And it's by Jenny Dean. And it's so beautiful. I'm so happy I got this book because I'm so looking forward to starting to make my own hand-dyed items. So it talks about here the equipment and animal fiber and vegetable fibers. It's just really, really lovely. Yeah, so then it goes, it has a page each of, let's say, a material, let's say bark, and then shows you the colors that it makes, and if you use different mordants. This is indigo, dyeing with modifying dyes, things like that. Look at this. It says 25 colors from 1 dye bath. This is how many colors you can make just by altering the pH of the water. And then yeah, here it goes into the plants that you can use to dye. Look at that. Hollyhock, and it shows you the different colors you get. Yeah, onion skins, which is probably the first one I'm going to be trying. Chamomile. Just Lord, it's just such a gorgeous book. Here I have a woodworking with children book, and this I purchased it from someone on Facebook Marketplace for $10. And it has these lovely little projects that you can do, and it goes into the tools, and yeah, look at that. I love working with wood. I remember in high school doing a few weeks or something in carpentry, and I just always loved it so much. And so I'm actually looking forward to getting into it again, especially with my children. These swords, shields. Oh, their shields are crazy. The shields. My son will love that. My sons will love that. The instruments there. Look, even making play equipment. Yeah, just a great little book here. There is another woodworking book. This is part of a large set of different projects that you can make with wood, but someone was selling them either the whole set together or each book individually for $10. This was someone else on Facebook Marketplace. So I just told them that I was interested in the toys one, toys and crafts. And yeah, it's like a binder book style. Let me see when it was published. I can't, 1994, so yeah. And here is the table of contents. Rocking horse, yeah, I've seen the rocking horse in here. So it goes through different artists and they go through the project with you. Yeah. There's a beautiful, look at that train here. Wow, it's really in detail here. That's kind of be way over my head. I'm more into the simpler
projects, but depending on your level, this could be a really good book for you. Look at that tractor. It has the template here. It's really great. So yeah, The Art of Woodworking. Okay, so that's the set, what the set is called, and then this is the wooden toys and craft part of the set. By Time Life Books. Another book I have here is The Australian Art Easy. So, an Australian visual arts program for 5 to 14-year-olds by Tracy Ann Comino Galanos. And yeah, I browsed through this book. It's quite cute. Has some nice lessons in here. Very, very colorful. And I think it's a great resource for teachers because I think it's more meant for class settings. It's very multimedia. So the one that was quite lovely. And nice, but that wasn't it. Yeah, I think this one. I think they were. Yeah, I like how it has here. It has the objective of their class and the subject matter and inspiration, things like that. So here is about Margaret Ollie, and she's an artist, and so it's kind of letting the kids to do their own version of inspired by her. And yeah, so it says the subject matter is objects, the form is drawing and painting, and the outcomes to observe, interpret, and paint a still life arrangement. So yeah, still very beneficial book. And I bought this from someone on Facebook Marketplace, and I want to say for only a couple of dollars. So we have a very thin book here about how to draw horses and ponies. We are going to have a horse unit soon, and so I thought this would be definitely very beneficial. I remember myself as a child having books like these, and they really helped me develop my drawing skills. And so it's just quite a lovely book, and I remember getting this only for like $5 from someone on Facebook Marketplace. Here I have a book that I got when I first started homeschooling my daughter, and it's for grades 1 to 6, and it's kind of like a teacher's guide, and there's like printouts. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. So there's printouts, and it's about the 7 elements of art, which is line, shape, color, value, texture, form, and space. And they have beautiful projects, and I remember we completed all the line projects, if I remember correctly. And then we just didn't continue after that. But yeah, it's just, they have printouts here. And yeah, different projects. So that would be to print out here. This is very helpful for a classroom setting, but also if you're doing it from your own house. Look at that. And those beautiful projects here. Love it. So it lists the materials you need, what the outcome is, gives you some hints as well, helpful hints, and at least the pictures are all in color, and it's just really, really lovely. There's another gorgeous book called Color Dynamics, Workbook for Watercolor Painting and Color Theory by Angela Lord. Now, even though I am an artist, I'm actually really new to watercolor painting, and so a big part of Waldorf is using watercolors, and so I definitely wanted to improve my skills and be able to teach my children correctly, and this is just the perfect book for that. I think I did buy this as well from the book depository, and I'll list the price that I got it for below because I do not remember. But yeah, so here's chapter 1, Exploring Colors. It goes start with yellow, and then obviously it goes with the primary colors, blue, and then it's going to have red. It's just such a lovely, lovely book. I can't wait to do lessons with my first grader, and even just myself, and do these lessons. And my preschoolers will love this book as well. They love to paint, and yeah. This is a gorgeous book that I highly recommend getting. Yeah. Now here we have a massive, very super thick book here called Painting and Drawing in Waldorf Schools, Classes 1 to 8 by Thomas Wild Grober. And it is Here you can see even color coded at the top, and it is just a massive wealth of information. Look at this, with gorgeous illustrations and examples. Here we have class 1, and it shows you just as the color dynamics book with the watercolor lessons. It's just class 3. It's just really beautiful, and it goes into some of the theories of color. And look, here we got some black and white drawings, charcoal drawings, still life. It is a absolutely gorgeous book, and it is well worth the money. I know I got this for around $45. It is quite expensive, but look how much information and pictures and lessons you get, from year 1 to 8. So definitely worth investing in my opinion. Another book here that is very special to me is this book called Art School: How to Paint and Draw by Hazel Harrison. Now the reason that this book is special to me is that this was the very, this book, not this actual copy, but this book was a book that my mother gave me as my ninth birthday, I want to say, my 8th or 9th birthday, along with a whole bunch of materials like art supplies and charcoals and paints. And I'll never forget that gift that she gave me, because I've always been artistically inclined, and I always loved painting and drawing. And so this is the book that she gave along with all those materials. And because I came from overseas, I actually lost the book many years ago, but I still remembered it. So when I saw this on Facebook Marketplace, this picture, straight away I remembered that this was the book I had when I was 9 years old. And I was so pleased to be able to buy it again. And I think I just got it for $20 and from Facebook Marketplace. And this book is just lovely. I actually still have this picture that I ripped out of the book. This gorgeous mosque picture here, watercolor mosque. And that was the only thing that I had from the book, this ripped out page. But yeah, it goes through materials, and I just remember all these lessons. I used to browse through this book like maybe 100 times, a week or something like that. And so I remember every single page. When I went through it, it's just like such a trip down memory lane for me. Remember these ones? Yeah, here's some pastels, ink. I remember all these lessons. I mean, I didn't do all these lessons, but just remember looking at them and learning from the lessons, just reading through it. Yeah. And it goes into perspective and different watercolor. And here, watercolor techniques here. Look at that, gorgeous. Oil and acrylic. Basically, it would go through all the different, or a lot of different mediums to use for different art styles. And yeah, it is just a lovely book for someone that is wanting to learn using different art materials. Back, complete guide to artist techniques and materials. Yep, that's what it is. So, yeah. Now this is a huge book as well, and I saw this again on Facebook Marketplace. It says a guide handbook of scientific illustration. So this is a mixture of science and art, and it is amazing. I'm going to show you. Look at this. This is how it starts. It is so detailed. There's basics here, chapter 1 basics, and it goes into more detail how to draw scientific, things in nature and different mediums to use and how you would use them to, here watercolor and wash. I think it's an organ. There's some animal techniques of how to draw flowers and the parts. It's just, look at this muscle here. Yeah. have much color, but look at that. Gorgeous illustrations, nevertheless. Here you have like all the parts of the turtle shell. Here it shows you the snake and has labels for different parts. This is perfect for nature journaling. And it even here shows you how to make a little sketchbook. What I have here is called Grounded, A Companion for Slow Living by Anna Carlisle. And this was from Kmart, and it was under $15, probably $10, and it was just lovely. It has this like something about going along with the seasons, and some projects you can do relating to the seasons, and some recipes. It was just also has some some quotes, to slow and breathe and all that type of thing. It's just such a beautiful book. Look at this. It just says, go outside. Nature holds the key to our aesthetic, intellectual, cognitive, and even spiritual satisfaction. Let me just actually go into the table of contents 1 second. Yeah, so it is arranged by season. As you can see here, the spring, and then summer, fall, and winter. So it has pictures, and it will have quotes. And look, here it says, start a vegetable patch. And yeah, just different things. Grow. Some gorgeous recipes here. What you can make with what you grow. Raise plants from seeds. Honeycomb, honey. And then it has some recipes here. It's just such a gorgeous book, like how to sprout seeds and beans. Walk in Nature. In every walk with nature, one receives more than he seeks, by John Muir. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at these colors. Watch the sunrise. It's just such an inspirational book for that. With gorgeous colors, gorgeous quotes, gorgeous projects, and gorgeous recipes. Water keeper, fermenting, gathering, the fall, look at that. Gorgeous. Watch birds. Nice fall recipes. Ride a bike. Camping. It's just lovely. Lovely. And for that price, for like under $15, it's just totally worth it. And yeah, so I highly recommend this book as well. If you found this video beneficial, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.